Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builders Supply. This video is to bring you a closer look at the AJW UG2-B72. This is a 72-inch long grab bar, and when they get this long, they have a mid support welded on. Other than the mid support, and other than the fact that it's 72-inch, there's nothing unusual about the bar. Not unusual, there's nothing unusual about any of the bars, but 72-inch, that longer span, when you get past about 52, 54-inch, you're going to get into a different bar that will have that mid-support welded to it. Let's go over what a UG2-B72 is. First of all, there is a link below this video to a document called Product Brochure that would be very handy for you to review. The UG2 from that table that's on page 1 tells us two things. It tells us that it's 1.25 inches, and that is indeed the diameter of this bar. This bar weighs about 4.33 pounds, something like that. You can't see it, the bar is so awkward, but it's 1.25 inch diameter. It also tells us that the flange type is a concealed snap flange. There are 3 different flanges available. Well, there are 3 different types of flange construction. This is the concealed snap flange, where if you get that fixed over it, you literally pop it down. It then is fixed. Okay, and all 3 are going to be this concealed snap flange. So all of that is inferred in the UG20 part of the part number. All that's what that means. When you look at the table, you've got generally 3 thicknesses, and you've got 3 different types of flange. UG1, UG2, UG3. All concealed snap flange, 1 inch, 1.25 inches, 1.5 inches. UG10, UG20, UG30 is the concealed set screw flange. That means you're going to have loose mounting plates that are going to mount to the wall. You're then going to take the grab bar flange and place them right over those installed mounting plates, and then tighten the 3 set screws on each of the flanges. 1 inch, 1.25 inches, 1.5 inches. UG120, UG130, there's no 1 inch. You're going to get 1.25 or 1.5 inches in an exposed flange, where you're not going to have that snap cover and you will see the head of the screws. People will generally only order an exposed flange when cost is the issue. A smaller diameter, like 1.25 inches, which is the UG2, versus 1.5 inches, or a 1 inch versus 1.5 inches, primarily because of cost. An upside of the 1.25 inches versus 1.5 inches is that it does cost less money. If cost is the most important thing, then a smaller diameter bar will serve that purpose. The downside of the smaller bar is when you put your weight on the bar, some people complain the smaller diameter bar hurts their hand, especially the elderly and the handicapped that are certainly using the bars. So that would be a downside of a smaller bar. After that, you can add suffixes like PC for powder coat. You can do a PS for polished stainless. Now this is a 304 stainless with a number 4 brushed finish on it. You can polish this whole bar. And we'll get into the stainless specifications in a moment. You can also take and texture a standard bar with a heavy grip, a heavy textured, very heavy granulated sort of surface. And that is a safety grip or peened grip, and that will give you significantly greater friction when your hands are on it. This by no way is slippery, but you can increase that anti-slip resistance with the X suffix. On the second page of the product brochure, you're going to see where, as we move through the part number UG2, 1.25 inches and concealed snap flange, you then have a letter. This has B and then the size. When you look at page 2, you're going to see, well, B are just straight grab bars like the A bars are, but that's when you add that mounting post down in the middle. Oops. Okay, that's when you're going to add this post. Okay. And of course, finally, the length. You'll be able to do a UG2-B in either a 60 or a 72-inch length. Those are the 2 lengths that you'll do those in. Okay. Now, Moving on to the next cut sheet, we're going to see the tech sheet. And the technical sheet's going to give you what you would include like in a specification set. It's going to tell you that the tubing is 18 gauge stainless steel with a number 4 brushed finish with the specific outside diameter, 1.25 inches. Talks about the welds and the offset, 1.5 inches. The dimension from the face of the wall to the inside of the bar is ADA compliant at 1.5 inches. So the dimension from here to here when it's installed is 1.5 inches. Now, number 4 brushed finish. We talked about the suffixes that you can get. The snap flanges are 3-inch diameter, and they are a 22 gauge stainless steel. The bar has significant load rating. Straight bars are known to support up to 900 pounds. That would be well in excess of any sort of standard application given proper fastening to the wall or anchoring to the wall naturally. But the construction of the bars themselves is tested to that sort of rating. Angled bars are 250 pound, unusually shaped bars, non-linear bars. Installation is important to read that paragraph that's there because what you're going to see there is the specification from the floor to the center line of the bar, 33 to 36 inch. If this is residential, you're going to put it where it suits your application. If this is a public space that is mandatory to be under compliance with ADA regulations, that's your dimension, 33 to 36 inch. Okay, 2 lengths again, 60 and 72 inch. Now, speaking about lengths and dimensions, there is a link to measurement guide. The measurement guide tells you how everything is defined. The L1, or the length of 72 inch, is from the center of the mounting post at the one end to the center of the other mounting post. If the flanges are 3-inch diameter and you've got 1.5 inches plus the 72 plus 1.5 inches, you're going to have 75-inch overall diameter. It will also tell you how to go about figuring those non-linear bars in terms of dimensions. They're always to the center line of things, except when they're talking about the offset or the clearance from the face of the wall. Your projection, of course, is clearance plus bar diameter. You're going to notice that you have also a reference to the exposed, to the concealed snap flange and the concealed set screw flange that are there as well, so you can easily see those differences. Finally, the link that we jumped over was grab bar configurations. We've already gone over that in the first item. Finally, the name AJW is synonymous with very good quality commercial restroom equipment. There's a confluence of some very important things from AJW. Quality, value, prompt, reliable shipping lead times, repeatable, prompt, reliable shipping lead times, excellent customer service. I would absolutely, if you're not familiar with AJW, I would fully review their product line before you make any financial decision regarding Division 10 or commercial restroom equipment before proceeding. There's that confluence of value, cost, and quality in the other intangibles make them a potent competitor in the space. If you have any questions on the AJW number UG2-B72 bar or any other AJW product, please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you.